Need cheap coins right now? Check out redzonecoins.com. For the very best discount available, use code DIRECTOR for 20% off. Hold up. 20% off? That's cheaper than any other YouTuber. Big ups to redzonecoins.com. Use code DIRECTOR.
Yo, ora, brothers. What's up? It's the Director. Is this the second video we have coming out today for Most Feared? I think it is, and it's because we just got all the information that you guys need to know on Most Feared coming out tomorrow. Honestly, this is a pretty big promo. There's a lot of stuff going on here, especially when it comes to house rules and solos and stuff like that. It is being released in 4 parts. We got, what, like 9 days until Halloween? It feels like they're going to be pumping quite a bit of content throughout this next week, getting ready for Halloween night, which, of course, a lot of us know there's stuff going on during Madden, during Halloween. So let's get into this video, guys. Before we do, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. Small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification helps me out a lot. Also, check out the sponsor, redzonecoins.com. If you use my code DIRECTOR, you can get 1,000,000 coins for under 90 bucks in the special offer. It's a pretty screaming deal, if you ask me. Let's get into this video. Lights, camera,
action.
Most Feared is here, coming out Friday morning. We got a lot of stuff to go over, guys, so I'm just going to start getting right into it. There's a lot of ways to get some free cards. There's a lot of ways to get, currency and stuff like that. Let's jump into it. We saw all of these previews during the week. Let's start straight away with the actual players themselves. There's going to be lower overall ones, so you got Kevin Pierre-Louis, Jesse James, Rodney McLeod, and then Joe Burrow, who is a rookie premier, so if you've got that one done from last year, you're going to get that one upgraded for free. Malcolm Butler's going to be your 85. I believe all of these fall under the scary sharp category, so you're going to see a lot of high awareness guys in here. 85 overall, Matt Paradis. Taylor Lewan, 87 overall, very nice. Then get to the 87 Kyle Van Noy, which is pretty good too. Levante David, 84 speed, middle linebacker, a little bit slow. A lot of these guys may be a little bit slow, but they got really good play rec and awareness. Adam Thielen, 88 speed. That card actually looks borderline pretty good, especially in the slot. And then Troy Polamalu is going to be your first master in this promo. You're going to be putting in several of these cards to obtain Troy Polamalu. We'll get to that in just a minute. But there's not just Troy Polamalu as far as your masters. You also have your scary sharp offensive master in Russell Wilson. That is very interesting to me. It feels like with every category, because Kralo said several times that this is a 4-part promo, that we may be getting 2 heroes or 2 masters per category. So if there's 4 categories, you're looking at 8 brand new 92 overall cards. And I have to suspect they're going to come out with something special a little bit higher than 92, because it seems with these, holiday promos and stuff like that, they like to raise the overall at least 1. So we'll get back to that in a minute with all the sets and stuff like that. Let's talk about what's happening in game. Okay, we got brand new currency and treats. I know not everybody's happy about that, but that's what we got to work with. We'll see what happens with that as far as the value in the store. You're going to get a welcome pack. And in here, they're going to have a lot of the instructions of what's happening during this promo. So if you guys ever get lost, make sure to save this tip and you can go back and reference it. But you can earn a 90 overall Most Feared hero from the Boneyard Brawl challenges. You can escape from Castle Jakenstein. And craft a powerful cauldron creation player. We'll get to that in a second as well. Exchange treats in the store for Most Feared players and more. And then they got new house rules that we're going to go over here in just a minute as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the Most Feared missions here. Basically, these are the 3 objectives that you want to go after. We kind of read it on the back of that card already. Get a 90 overall, Most Feared hero, Castle Jakenstein. And then here's the, we'll get into the sets here in a minute with what they're showing in these missions. So the first thing here, we got Boneyard Brawl, okay? So it looks like you got 15 stars in here that you're trying to obtain. We'll go over the milestones here in just a minute. But the overall objective in this is to get a 90 overall Most Feared Nat player. Okay, so here are the milestones as you are playing all of these solos. So it's going to go on for very many stars. You're going to get 80 to 80 or 83 to 87 overall nat, you know, scary sharp players as you keep going along. I would say, you know, if you're doing these solos, hold on to those. They're probably going to go for like a quarter of the treats or the alternate currency as you keep going. Maybe you can put those into sets to get more players in the future. Try and capitalize the coins that you're getting from these solos, because that's kind of what I'm feeling out this promo to be right now. There's a lot to do when it comes to solos, when it comes to, you know, house rules. You're going to be getting a lot of free stuff And that's pretty awesome, especially if you know how to like organize that free stuff. You could turn it into stuff that you can actually sell. So just kind of, you know, keep an eye on that. As we get more information, we'll give you guys better, you know, advice on what to do with those players again. Boneyard Brawl. Okay, so a skeleton punt. So they did say that this is coming out in a couple of different waves, so you may not see everything at once. I think there was 2 parts to this part, the Boneyard Brawl, and these are kind of what the challenges look like. Very, very simple. Score rushing touchdown. I think I would recommend doing the extra stars in some cases, just so you can get through it faster. But yeah, for guys like me, I just try to get through things really, really quickly to get to rewards. Now take a look at this one. This is the Escape from Castle Jakenstein. All right, 234 challenges. Oh my god. There is so much to do in Most Feared, even starting tomorrow, man. Now, Castle Jakenstein's kind of interesting. We're getting into, like, the alchemy of Madden Ultimate Team. It's getting pretty nerdy up in here, bros. Not that I have anything to say about that. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but we're talking straight up Dungeons and Dragons, you know, anime, whatever you want to say, because you're going to use these potions to build other players. And as far as I heard from Kralo, if you stay engaged with this promo, this part of the promo, Jakenstein, you're going to get a lot of these players. You can get all of these players if you stay engaged. And we'll show the players here in just a second. They're called Cauldron players. We'll get to what those guys are in a minute. So throughout all these milestones, you're going to get a ton of these new potions, right? As well as some players in between. These potions all represent different players that you can trade them in for. So think of it as these pieces that you take into a set. You're going to throw them onto a cauldron and stir it up, and you're going to, you know, summon a player. It's as Dungeons and Dragons as it is Yu-Gi-Oh this year. So let's take a look. There's so many milestones, guys. So if you do all of these solos, and there's like 200 plus of them, you're gonna get a lot of these rewards. There's a slide here in a second that'll show you everything that you can get. And we'll show that here in just a minute. And then you got these castle courtyards. I think this may be like a part 2 or something like that. Basically, these are the solos that you do to get them. Very, very crazy how many of them there are. But score 3+ points in 6 plays or score 3+ points in 4 plays. I'm hoping that all of the solos look like that, so they don't take freaking forever. All right, here's the slide we were talking about. These are all the rewards that you're going to get from Escape from Castle Jakenstein. 3 Nat 83, 87 overall most feared players, 6 Nat 81 overalls, 4 Nat 79 overalls, and then this is what's most important to me here is the potions. You got a yellow potion, blue potion, a red potion. You're going to get 13, 13, and 12 of those. And we'll show you guys here in the sets to what to do with those here in a second. All right, so just put a pin in it. Here it is, actually. Crafty Cauldron. All right, very Halloween-y. You get in here, and every single one of those potions does something different, okay? So if you put a red mixture in there, you release a red potion into the roiling boil of this crafty cauldron to complete a spell summoning a unique 80 overall most feared players. So the red potion accounts for 180 overall, and that's kind of how all these ones work. The blue is 81, the yellow is 82, the green is 85, and then the orange or the yellow is going to be 86. Now they got a purple mixture in here too. Now this is where, you know, you go back to grade school. You know, what makes purple, teacher? Where it's going to be your blues and your reds, right? So you're going to put in 5 reds and 5 blues to get an 87 most feared player with this particular spell. All right, you guys ready for some more Hogwarts? The mysterious mixture. Okay, this is the one I think you're going to want to save up most of your potions for. You're going to get a 90 overall most feared. It's going to be worth in the realm of 100K. I do expect the market to plummet just a little bit because there's a lot of free stuff that you're going to get if this is auctionable. But with 6 reds, 7 blues, and 8 yellows, which you can get all of them from the solos, you can get a 90 overall most feared player. Now, if I do remember correctly, and this is what the sets look like. Basically, you know, read everything there if you want any more information. As far as I understand it, these are the players that you're going to get from those Cauldron sets. These are the Cauldron players, okay? And I'm not sure if we're going to get more of these or if these are going to be the same throughout the entire promo and you just get more of an opportunity to earn more of them. But these are the Cauldron players that you're going after. So those red potions, you can get a Rashawn Gary, 80 overall, okay? 81, the blue potions, Jonathan Hankins. The orange or yellow potions, J.K. Dobbins, which just looks like a pretty nice card for the overall. I'm just going to say that. If J.K. Dobbins gets more upgrades, watch out. You got your green 85 Darrell Williams, actually a pretty decent looking card. And then your yellow Xavier Howard, 88 speed, okay coverage, not a bad card as well. And then finally, you've got the couple of 2 that I think are definitely worth going after. Will Fuller, 91 speed, very nice 87 overall card. And then finally, Cameron Jordan, I should say, the mess up for the ages, 90 overall. He's got 91 power move 92 play rec, 86 block shed. So very decent at left end. And those are basically the players that you're trying to get with all those potions from Castle Jakenstein. All right. Is that simple enough to understand? You know, Jakenstein is for this stuff. The other solos are for different stuff. So if you guys liked these players, you have an opportunity to get all of them from the solos. We got to move on. There's a lot of stuff to cover. Scary Sharp, part 1 of 4 of the Halloween promo, okay? These are what the sets are going to look like. These are the exchange sets. Exchange 8 75 to 79 overall players to earn a 79 to 83 overall player. And you guys know the drill. You can do this up to, you know, like the highest overall. This is where things get interesting. How much are these 87s and 85s going to cost if 2 87s and 2 85s get you a 90 overall? We'll have to wait and see. Finally, you got the sets for your masters here. You got Russell Wilson and Troy Polamalu. These guys are fairly simple. You're going to get those 2 high overall. So in this case, you've got the Adam Thielen, another guy right there. You're going to put them into the set with an 87. I think that's an 85 on the end there as well. And what's going to happen is you're going to get Troy Polamalu with his power up, as well as the 2 heroes. So Adam Thielen and I think who's 54? That's Levante David. Okay, so you're going to get both of those guys back, Nat, as well as Troy Polamalu auctionable, which is pretty nice. And same thing could be said with Russell Wilson. So honestly, just from this, I can probably tell that these aren't going to cost a lot. If you want Troy Polamalu day 1, he's probably not going to cost you an arm and a leg, which is pretty nice. The last couple of things we need to go over are house rules. So house rules are coming back, and Kralo said there's going to be a lot of different kinds of house rules. This is pretty exciting because the rewards for house rules are pretty cool, but I actually like the gameplay even more. It's a lot of fun, in my opinion, to shake things up a little bit. So the first one's going to be called Turnover Terror. So first and 20, you're going to have 3 attempts at getting a first down, 2 points on the first down, and an instant win on an interception or fumble. So you're trying to get your opponent to fumble the ball or to cause a turnover, okay? Here's the breakdowns of the rewards. 25 wins gets you a Nat 85 overall Scary Sharp player. That's not too awesome to me. It seems kind of, you know, stingy, kind of cheap, but at the same time, if you can do all of the house rules and subsequently and get like a free 90 overall for like, let's say, a combined 100 wins, that's fine to me. But you have to make the overall huge reward at the end worth it to do. All right, and we can kind of tell there's more coming just by, you know, this one expires in 3 days. So you only have 3 days starting tomorrow to get this one done. Seems like it's pretty simple, pretty fast games. And they have over here, you know, even more different versions of house rules coming in the future. And then to the left of it, they have a breakdown of the rewards that you can get, which is also pretty nice. What I do like with this as well, which I'm going to point out as if you want to get trophies, if you're trying to get, you know, Coach Madden or, you know, some extra, you know, packs and stuff like that, every win is going to give you 300 regular season 2 trophies, which is great. And then additional wins, let's say 40, 35, 30, are going to give you additional trophies even on top of that. This might end up being a pretty good way to farm some trophies if you want to get, you know, some Coach Madden, you know, progress done or some extra store packs and stuff like that with the currency. So just keep that in mind. Lastly, we got what's going on in the store. You're going to get that $1.50 pack like we do all the time. You're going to be able to spend your treats or your candy or whatever on some of these packs, which is kind of cool. And that's pretty much it, guys. So what do you guys think about Most Feared so far? To me, there's a lot to do as far as no money spent, which I think is kind of neat. You can get a lot of those players for free. So this is kind of a major W for no money spent players. Everybody else, the player selection was okay. Keep in mind, we still do have the 50 tomorrow. This is just part 1 of 4. So I think as a whole, this promo is probably going to be a pretty big win. And I think Madden players are going to be shocked at how much content is coming out subsequently in the next couple of days. I think, you know, they said part 2 is coming early next week. So I'm going to say like Monday next week. I'm going to say part 3 is probably the middle of next week. And part 4 is probably going to be like on Halloween Day or just like the night before Halloween. So a lot of cards coming out soon. The last thing I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think's coming out for the other categories? And what do you think the other categories are going to be? We got Scary Sharp already. I have to expect we're going to get Scary Fast, Scary Strong, and the 4th one's kind of a wild card to me. I'm thinking it might be Scary Tall. And with each one of those, remember, out of each 4, we got 2 Masters for Scary Sharp. Probably going to get 2 more Masters for Scary Strong, 2 more Masters for Scary Speed, and then 2 more Masters for Scary Tall. That could be pretty intense, guys. Pretty insane. So there's a lot more cards coming down the pipeline. I'm hoping and praying that we do get a Justin Herbert somewhere in there. But still, I think as a beginning of the promo, I think it's okay. I think as a whole, I have more optimism because I can see how many players are going to be involved in this promo and how much free stuff that players are going to be able to get by just engaging with the solos and stuff, and then house rules as well. So far, I like it. I think most Sphere is going to be pretty fun. So guys, that's all I've got for today's video. Leave your likes and your subs and your comments and everything down in the comment section below. We'll go over this in even more detail in the future. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director. We'll see you next time, and as always, bolt up and stay frosty.